Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa and I'm the Carbootcrafter, and I'm coming on today with what I think is a fun little project to put in Happy Mail or to gift to another crafter. So as you can see, it's a little matchbook, very simple. This isn't an original idea. I did see something similar on Pinterest, but I've adapted it. So you open your matchbook and inside you have a little fold out piece, and you're going to put little images, little stamped images on there, or little book images on there, and then they can tear off a piece and use it in their projects. Whatever image you do use, make sure it's no more than 2 inches by 1 3/4 inch. And when I say 2 inches, 2 inches across and 1 3/4 inch deep, so that it will fit in this project. Although if you need to adapt it for a slightly bigger one, then do feel free. The stamps I'm using are these Stampin' Up ones, which I thought were brilliant when I purchased them off Facebook not long ago. But I thought it would be great to use as gift to someone to use in their crafting. So you'll start off with an A4 piece of paper or thin card, and you're going to cut that into 3 strips that measure 2 1/4 inch across. You're left with that piece, but that's a nice big piece that I can use in something else but it's not quite wide enough for this. Now this makes 2 matchbooks. So you'll cut 2 of those strips into 2 1/4 by 10 3/4, and we've got those little bits which we don't need. And then this strip you'll cut into 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 across by 5 3/4 deep, and you have a tiny little sliver there that you don't need. And like I said, this makes 2, so there's one and there's the other. I'm going to pop that one to one side and I'll make that later. So I'm going to grab my Crafter's Companion cutter first of all, because this one has a perforation on it. So I'm just going to bring it up and turn it to the perforated cut. Now if you haven't got one of these, or your cutter doesn't have a perforated option on it, what you can do is, using a piece of foam and your ruler and a seam, I can't remember what they're called, but I've got this for fake. Let me just grab, there we go, there's a piece of, move that out. I use this for fake stitching, and if you do that you get a perforation in it. So you can do it that way instead if you haven't got one of these. If you have, or something similar, then with your 10 3/4 inch pardon me, 10 3/4 inch, you're going to this is the problem with this, because this is down here, which is absolutely stupid, you cannot measure thin pieces at 12 inches, can you? So I'm going to have to do it this way, aren't I? So I'm going to bring that to 2 inches, hold that down, and then bring this up and do my perforation. Then I'm going to push it through to 4 inches and do the same again. So basically every 2 inches you're going to put a perforation. There's the 6 inch. Then you would go to 8 inch, so 7 3/4. That's about the 8 inch mark, which is really annoying. And then I'm going to turn it round. You'd go to 10 inch normally if you could, but obviously this, actually, could I do it that way? I can do it by lining it up on here. There's 10 inches, isn't it? if I can keep that on one of these lines, then that should be nice and straight. We're at 10 inches, yeah, on that line. There we go. And then we've got that 3/4 of an inch at the end. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 inches like that. Okay, I'm going to lay it down flat. I'm not going to do anything to it just yet while I put that away. Okay, I'm going to do my stamping now. So I'm going to bring out 5 of my stamps. So I think that one, that one, that one. A get well soon is always useful, and a thinking of you. So I'm going to do 5 different ones on my my piece of card. So there's my ink. So just take the cover off, and I'm just going to stamp that up. This is nice and moist stamp, so it should be okay. And then center it on my piece and press down like that. Right. Oh, that hasn't stamped at all. What's happened there? Oh. Now that was a juicy pad. Hold on. Let me find another one. Hold on. I've got my memento. Right. That needs re-inking, obviously. There is absolutely nothing on my paper there at all. So I know this one, my memento's working. That's very confusing. So black ink on there and try again, shall we? Gosh, strange things happen when the camera's on, doesn't it? There we go. And press down all along there. Take it off. There we go. Get well soon. So I'll pop that one back in there for now. Then we've got thanks so much. Let's hope this one works as well. And move those out of my way and center it on there. And again, push down on the stamp. Try and get as much contact there as possible. There we go. Next, we've got thinking of you. Again, let's center that nice and straight and press down. There we go. Thinking of you. That's the thing with Stampin' Up. They do make some lovely stamps, don't they? And they stamp beautifully. Then we've got good luck. So stamping that down as well. I think most people will use white paper with a black stamped message a lot of the time. So, but I might do some of different colours as well. Either different coloured inks or different coloured card. And this one says birthday wishes. So just placing that down and pushing that down. Hopefully that's all sorted. There we go. And there we have 5 messages or 5 greetings on that sheet. So I'm just going to pop that to one side and let that dry. And I'm going to bring back my 2 1/4 by 5 3/4 piece. So I need my scoreboard. There we go. Let's pop it down. And now I've got to score this. Where have I put that bit of paper? It's got all my measurements on. So now I've got to score at 3/4 of an inch and 3.5 inches. So find my 3/4. We're making the matchbox now, and 3/4 and 3.5. Okay, and then just get rid of that, and we can fold that over very gently. Don't have to go too mad with it. Bring that one over and score that as well. So we've got our matchbook. So I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to fold. Now I'm not going to fold here on this perforated line. I'm going to start on the second one and just zigzag fold, concertina it backwards and forwards like that. And then this piece is going to go in there. But before I do it, I'm going to cut off a tiny little sliver, only a little bit. It just helps things sit a bit easier, I think, in the book. Okay, so I'm just going to pop it in there, and I'm going to, you can use a brad if you want, but I'm going to use my good old trusty stapler. So I just want to make sure these are in straight, like that. Bring the stapler in and just staple that middle piece like that. Okay, now I'm going to decorate it, so that will pop in there and hold it all closed. So I have got 3 pieces of patterned paper, and these are 2 inches wide by 1/2 inch, 2.5 inches and 2 inches, and these just get glued down. So the 1/2 inch goes across the front here just to hide that stapler. So a little bit of glue on there, or double-sided tape, whatever works for you, and pop that on there, and that does a good job of hiding that stapler. Pop it in the middle like that, then flip it over, and my 2x2 goes on here, and my 2.5 goes on here. Now I have done it so that it matches, so I'm going to make sure I've got it the right way round. So those 2 pieces are where my cut was, so I want to make sure it's on there properly like that. So I'm just going to grab my glue, glue that down, and by eye pop that in the middle, just using my bone folder to smooth it all down. Then the larger piece, and again this does a really good job of covering up that staple at the back. Pop that down by eye, and again I'm just going to smooth it down with my bone folder like that, and there we have our little gift. And then when you open it up, you have all these little greetings that you can use in your crafting, whichever way you like. I just think it's a really, really cute idea, and I will be using it a lot this year, I think, when I send out Happy Mail to everyone. I might see if I can find a cute little image or something to put on the front there, just to finish it off. Anyway, I hope you liked it. I think it's just very simple but very easy to do, but I think it'll be great fun for anyone that receives it. And like I said, if you haven't got a perforating cutter, then get yourself one of these stitch, I can't remember what they're called, stitch wheels or whatever they are, but you find them for sewing anyway. Well, I'll see you all in the next video. I'm going to make some more of these. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.